Hello, Murdrones fandom of the whole wide world. If you may or may not know me, my name is Cami Stein, and I have been a Murdrones fan since October 29, 2021, since it premiered on Glitch Channel, and it has been a year since Murdrones ended last year on August 23rd, 2024, and although the finale was very short, I did enjoy it very much, and it concluded and ended very, very nicely with some questions in hand. Although I do see some people online or out in the community claiming to glitch production to make a season 2 for Murdrones, despite the fact that Liam Vickers said that he wanted to end the show in his own way. So I have no idea why they're telling Glitch Production to make a season 2 when Liam Vickers was the one who created Murdrones, while Glitch Production just worked on it with his help or something. I don't know. But there may be some of you that didn't like the ending of it or didn't like how short it was. So, I'm sorry, I kind of burped. As I was saying, if you want a Murdrones to be longer or somewhat have a happy ending with no confusion at all, I made a rewrite of a Murdrones episode 8 where you can read it on either fanfiction.net, Wattpad, or archives of our own. I'll leave a description for them if you want to check it out. Although the Murdrones series ended about a year ago, there are still some people that continue to do the Murdrones fandom through fan projects, some comments they draw, or even fan dubbing the show itself. And this fandom is still going strong. Some may be toxic due to some shipping, but I don't want to get involved to the toxic people. Usually I just block them, and there are some ships I don't like, but I just support the others that I do, because I only have 2 shippings of the Murdrones series that I like, which is Newsy and Corey, which is the shipping names of Newsy and Con and Nori. Speaking of fan projects, not only do I did the rewrite of Murdrones episode 8, I also wrote some 2 Murdrones fanfiction. The first one is a Murdrones novelization in my own version, which would take place in the Murdrones series, but it's standalone. Like, for example, I am doing book 1, which is based on Uzi's banishment for as long as it's possible, and it's shown to be way before she developed her absolute silver thing. And I only did the pilot of the episode of Murdrones. The rest is just the original. Book 2 will contain episode 2 to 7, and with also originals as well. And book 3 will contain the final episode of Murdrones, and the rest will be the originals as well. There's also a second fanfic called The Birth of Pandora, which involves N and Uzi waiting for the birth of their daughter Pandora. It's a bit weird and nonsensical, but, well, in Murdrones it is nonsensical, but I'm only made like that based on 2 fanfics I read. One where N and Uzi kind of like, which is based on a fanfic I read back in August of 2024, before and probably after Murdrones ended, but it was somehow deleted in December, and I don't know the reason why. It was on archives of my own. It was really good, and I have no idea why the author of that fanfic deleted that story. It contains 6 chapters. It takes place after episode 5, but before episode 6. The other fanfic story is based on Oil Thicker Than Blood, written by Drum Bat Biscuit, but only for the part where Uzi is pregnant through her stomach, which is kind of like that because of this being the host of the server or organic stuff. But I gone with being the host of the solver, since at the end of Murder Jones, Uzi did became the host of the Absolute Solver with Sin / the Solver in her tail. Like I said, it sounds very weird and completely impossible, but it's a very good fanfic that I wrote, so I recommend you all to check it out. I'll send the link on it below so you can see it. Not only do I write fanfic stories, but I also do some comics, mostly post-canon AU comics, where, like I said, and Uzi had a daughter named Pandora who's growing up, and she's kind of like Uzi, a bit gremlin and stuff, but she also has a bit of N's personality as well, like the love of dogs and stuff. And the post-canon ones are mostly random stuff that happens. Like, usually people request me on Tumblr for some events about Pandora, and I just do the comics, or I just come up with some. And there's usually some events that happen in real life, like Christmas, Halloween, Valentine's Day, all sorts of stuff. They're all available on Twitter. I will never call it X because that's Organization 13X. Tumblr, like I mentioned. DeviantArt and Wattpad and Blue Sky, and sometimes TikTok too, depends on the size. So I would send either one of those links to there for you to all check out. And there's another comic that I am currently doing called Murder Drone's Haunted Past, which basically takes place 9 years after the events of the Murder Drone series. Uzi and N are married, and once again, Pandora is their daughter, who is 8 years old, not a teenager, 8, and just go with it. She's 8 years old, not a teenager like Uzi. Well, Uzi's like 18 or 19 when the show started, and N is like probably 19 or 20 as well. So just deal with it. And in this comic, they had to deal with a new type of enemy called beast drones, which is sort of like werewolves but deadlier, and they don't regenerate like the disassembly drones do, and their tails are like club spike thingies that you swing. And the way I draw them, they're not chainsaws, they're club spike thingies. It may look like a chainsaw, but it's not. But it's not about dealing with the beast drones. Haunted Past is more like, well, after the chapter, I will show you a past of comic of how N was created, along with Sin, and a background of how Sin somehow got connected to the Absolute Solver and became a crazy psychopath, or got possessed by the Solver, who is crazy and a psychopath and evil to begin with in this show, since it never explained how. Well, it did a little bit. It's the Solver contactor when Sin was discarded, but we don't know how Sin was discarded in the first place. So that would explain how Sin what got discarded in the first place. And like with the post-canon comics I make, it's available on Twitter, DeviantArt, Tumblr, Wattpad, and Blue Sky. I would put it on TikTok, but again, it has to deal with the image of it, so I had to figure that out. The prologue for Haunted Past is complete, all 140 chapters of it. I am currently working on the next page of Murder Drones Chapter 1 soon. I already finished page 88, and I will do page 89 pretty soon, so be on the lookout for that if you want. Also, I also do voice acting in some Murdrum projects, but only I voice Uzi in some. One is being in production right now. The other two, to be determined. I have not got any announcements for that. And I think one is kind of canceled a bit due to the branding. I guess the owner fell out of Mern Drones, and I'm no longer a part of that project. But anyway, I voice Uzi in some of the Mern Drones projects that will be coming soon. That's in production or to be determined. But I'll let you know once I posted them on Twitter or put them on my YouTube account for the roles I did, which I will send a link for you to check out. Some of the roles I did are not Murder Drones, but I do voice acting for fan dubs or comment dubs if you want to hear it. But that's about it. I just wanted to tell you about that, and I wanted to say thank you to Liam Vickers for creating an amazing show for the past almost 4 years as of now, in about 2 months, and I will stay in the Murder Drones fandom no matter how bad it gets or how crazy it is, because I am still loyal to it. Thank you so much, and I hope you have an amazing day. But also pay me!